you want to get more customers for your jewelry brand, but even after months of advertising, you have zero customers. I've been a media buyer for over 2.5 years already and generated over $100,000 a month in jewelry sales for specifically jewelry brands. And these are the three types of ads that I have seen work the best for generating an enormous amount of traffic for your shop and getting jewelry sales. The first ad that works the best and that I have seen everyone use and works best for when we run ads for jewelry brands is the plain and simple image ad. This either can be sort of these sort of images that have nothing but the jewelry piece on them. Now, there are a couple of nuances to this that I will talk about a little later on, but it's just plain and simple. They put a jewelry in front of you. That's it, right? A jewelry piece in front of you. Now, it can also be something like this, where you have the jewelry image, plain and simple, but you have an offer, right? Any 5 pieces, first part of the offer, 70% off. It is above 50%, which means it will elicit a change of behavior. So, for example, if you're trying to have something off and you just have like 10% off, 20% off, we haven't seen that does any sort of difference at all, right? So, huge illicit, like when you want to make people click your ad, make people buy your ad, you have to go 50% off. Now, there's a structure to it. Obviously, you will have an upsell, a cross sell, a downsell, a cross sell. You will have a way to get the referrals out of them, right? So that 7% would be 100% worth, right? Especially you're selling really expensive stuff. You want that, all right? So that, and then you have urgency, right? Last days of the sale. So you have that sort of offer headline embedded into the ad, right? I will show you how to do this just using one of these simple ads and create a billion, a trillion ads out of one simple image. And so that you can do that and get a bunch of traffic for your own business later on in the video. All right. So these are the first. Now, huge jewelry brands normally have around 20 to 25% of all the ads that they run, and they run thousands of ads, allocated to just image ads, plain simple image ads, right? Like these, all right? So just to give you an idea. Now, let's talk about the other ads that have actually done very well, real ads. So for example, big brands like, for example, Cartier, they do real ads like these, right?
In 1904, Louis Cartier revolutionizes the world of watchmaking. He imagines the first watch specifically designed to be worn on the wrist, inspired by his friend the aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, so he could read the time while flying. The new creation would carry on both their names, Santos de Cartier. It was pioneering, a square case with rounded angles and integrated lugs, not the traditional circle, visible screws that become a signature code for the Maison. Doubly daring, both decorative and functional, an echo of their era and the Eiffel Tower. Santos was not just an aesthetic revolution, but a social transformation. It innovated for a modern world, combining yellow gold and stainless steel, playing with the shape and size of case, dial, and winding crown, curving the case to the wrist, adding discrete complications, refined skeleton movements, a nod to the world of aviation. From bold beginnings, Santos has carried on this legacy for over a century.
So they run that.
In 1904, Louis Cartier.
They run those sort of ads. Now, it's good to keep in mind is that market cap of Cartier. Well, they're not a publicly traded company, but we'll see the market cap. 103 billion to 116 billion US dollars. Now, the parent company, that's Richemont, market cap at the Swiss exchange is roughly 91.48 billion Swiss francs or something. I don't know. But it's around 103 billion US dollars, at least the parent company, right? So this is a $1 billion company. Now, it's good to understand that this is an awareness campaign, all right? This is not much of a direct marketing campaign. It's an awareness campaign. So when you go ahead, for example, as a jewelry brand owner and see these sort of reels and say, oh my God, I have to create these sort of reels. That's not really what you're supposed to do. What we have seen, in fact, is that reels that are extremely low quality, just have spectacular visual hooks, work the best. What do I mean by this? Let me show you. All right. So if we go here and we go to all the trending TikTok ads, which are very, very good. By the way, TikTok as advertisement for targeting stuff, not the best. Meta is by far the best one. But the creatives, the actual ads, the videos, the reels on TikTok are absolutely spectacular. And you can grab that and put that on Instagram. You can grab that and put up that on Facebook. And we have seen that it works really, really well. So let's go through it. Ads that sort of have a huge visual hook like this, that's a visual hook, get sales because they generate an enormous amount of traffic that you're able to convert into sales. So these are the sort of ads that we really want to be copying as jewelry brand owners, specifically local jewelry brand owners, right? I'll click on it and you'll see.
The sun is gold. I like gold.
All right. It's kind of stupid, all right? But if you have a visual hook, like if you just delete all the stupid words and stuff, right? But if you have a visual hook, all right, you will generate an enormous amount of traffic. All right. Let's keep on going. There are, for example, ads like these ones that just plain show you. You guys remember the image ads, right? This is just, they are just showing you the jewelry. These sort of reels that just the first stuff and the only thing in their ads is just like a moving cell phone camera in front of a unpacked jewelry box. They kill. They get hundreds of leads within days, right? So these work very well. These sort of unboxing videos, like for example, these ones, but more close up, is not working. All right, it's not working, but there we go. These sort of things, they work really, really well. Really, really well. They get an enormous amount of leads. You can kind of probably expect, for example, to have one campaign, have a bunch of ads in that one campaign, right? Ad number 1, ad number 2, ad number 3 times, let's say 30. You would be expecting to get hundreds of leads the first day. First day not up running the ad obviously takes around 24 hours. So wait 24 hours, right? And then you'll start getting leads, right? With, again, a relatively decent spend, ad spend. It's not going to be $10,000. It's not $5,000. It's not. You'll get 100 leads. Basically, spending around, if you do it right, obviously, if the targeting is correct, if the structure is correct, if the variations of the creative is there, you should get around 600. You should get a bunch of leads for like $600. And if you don't have $600, that's fine. You can use less. You'll just get less. But it's still hundreds. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm going to get 10 leads. Shit. Like, that's with Google. You get 10 leads with Google. That's shit. But with Facebook ads, I mean, it's an enormous amount of cold traffic, right? So, oh, again, by the way, this is whether you're an e-commerce shop owner or you have a physical store or you have many physical stores. Like, regardless, Facebook works, right? So first type of ad, this type of ad, plain simple image ad. Second type of ad, low budget reel with visual hooks, sort of like this, right? Sort of like this, right? Very much like this, very, very much like this, very much like this, very much like this, all right? I don't know if, to be honest with you, I haven't run one of those. I've run a lot of these, but anyway. Those are the sort of, that's the second type of ad. Low budget, take your cell phone, open the box of jewelry, move around with the jewelry, have it in different angles, and you can also speak. You can also have a written hook, like women in Stockholm. We are looking for 5 women in Stockholm to get the dream wedding ring made just for them. That's a sort of, you're able to say that either in a background with an audio, or you could just say it plainly. Or you could pose with, again, by the way, and this sort of stuff, always women in the ads. All right? Always women in the ads. You get more leads and you get cheaper leads. So, second type of ad. The third type of ad is honestly the first type of ad, just in carousel. So, for example, let me just show you. Like, for example, look at this. Look at this. Great example. You see, maybe you guys don't see this. So these sort of ads, these are image ads. All right, these are image ads, and you can just click like that, and it's a carousel. They are many photos. Now this carousel, what has 4 ads, 4 images, 1, 2, 3 images. It's a very small ad, but very small carousel.